Как отмечалось раньше, мы оказываем помощь многими другими способами, благодаря добровольным пожертвованиям. Но прежде всего мы помогаем людям духовно. В отличие от организации Иеговы, многие издательства не выпускают литературу для слепых. Почему? Для них это невыгодно финансово. Однако Иегова желает, чтобы каждый обрел надежду на будущее. Посмотрите, какие усилия наша организация прилагает для того, чтобы истина стала более доступной для слепых людей.
I can't wait to see birds. I can't wait to see their little beaks chirp when I hear the sound of them. I was fully sighted until I was 9 and then gradually started losing my sight. When I was young, I loved skiing. I skied and enjoyed the outdoors. We're really very busy in our life. We have my mother, who's 85, and my aunt, who's 92, that live here also. So we have their lives to work around doctors and meals. We have our theocratic life, and we have our studies, our field service, our personal study. I lead a very, very full life. I just happen to be blind.
In my early 30s, I lost the use of my right eye. It was quite sudden, and I went to the doctor, and following the examination, he took me into his office and let me know that I would be blind in both eyes. And its immediate response by me was fear. But it was the ministry that gave me the greatest strength and confidence to go forward.
Throughout the United States branch territory, there are about 20 million persons that are either blind or suffer from low vision. And in response to that, the organization has produced Braille literature in a number of languages, also audio files, as well as electronic screen reader files.
Our principal function is to transcribe publications into Braille. The transcription is done electronically by a program that has been produced in-house and is part of the Watchtower translation system. We produce Braille files that can be embossed into paper publications. The screen reader and note-taker files are uploaded to the jw.org website for use by blind and visually impaired persons.
Not being able to read and having to learn to get the spiritual truths in a different way is quite a challenge. That's where the audio recordings, being able to hear, I am able to do exactly what I used to.
1 Corinthians 9:22 says, I have become all things to people of all sorts, that I might by all possible means save some. And we've taken those words to heart. We want persons outside of our organization to benefit from the literature that we are producing for the blind. Now, after attending an expo for the blind, Janet recognized the vast potential that exists in the blind community for the good news.
The amount of blind people at the expo, it was astounding. And the first thing that we thought of was, these people need Jehovah. And immediately we came home and we called Bethel and told them what we saw.
We appointed a sign language circuit overseer to organize our participation at the event. And this was also beneficial because some persons who attended are both blind and deaf, thus could only benefit from tactile sign language.
We got together the week before and discussed how we were going to set up the table and the booth. Some blind people prefer Braille and others prefer audio. So we had to have both available for them. Anything that would attract those who are blind. So they would come up to the table, they could feel the Braille literature, they could feel the visual aids, they could listen to a scripture about God's hope for the future. So everything was tailored to those who are blind or visually impaired.
Our participation at these expos has been tremendously successful. Many times, these individuals that are present are learning the truth for the first time.
61% of the people that we talked to gave us their contact information.
Everyone was very appreciative. They all enjoyed what we had to show them and teach them. Many of them left the booth with multiple pieces of literature. Some of those who approached the booth were so appreciative, they gave us hugs. Some sat down right then and there to have their first study. It was a very special experience, and it felt like we were opening a new form of ministry. It felt like we were contacting a group of people that hadn't had the opportunity to know Jehovah before.
They can see the truth. They can see the ring of truth in their mind's eyes. So many people thank us for being there. This ministry is really unbelievable. It's unlike anything I've done in my life.